Okay, so this is a video that I didn't think I'd be making. Um, I'm usually not an alarmist in just a general sense because I usually think things will usually end up working out. But I think that we do need to think about what AI will do to us. I think that if you are not seriously looking at AI, looking into what their plans are for AI, then you're not paying attention to the right things. I think that there's a lot of existential problems that we are not really addressing. I'm not gonna be long. I'm not gonna be long-winded. I just want to show you guys a clip of what the people who are creating AI itself, what they think the end goal is, and if that's their real end goal, we shouldn't want any parts of it. It's actually, it's I don't. I think the term is like transhumanist. Like they can't. This can't be a real perspective. Like you can't really think that this is the best route path for humanity to go down. There's literally no way that this can be okay, right? Like when I heard it, like it literally gave me chills. Like it literally gave me like chills. Just this is the portion I watched a 19-minute clip, and then it prompted me to kind of want to see what the full interview was, and the full interview is crazy. This guy's he used to work at Google, helping create some of the software there, some of the prompts. He was part of Gmail, right? Like the functions and things like that we know as Gmail today. And it's scary. It's scary.
Building a new intelligent entity that has never before existed on planet Earth. It's like building a god. I mean, the incentive.
Okay, so
They mean the moment where the AI takes control of the research and progress rapidly increases.
And it self-learns and recursively improves and invents. So one thing to get is that AI accelerates AI, right? Like if I invent nuclear weapons don't invent better nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
But if I invent AI is intelligence. Intelligence automates better programming, better chip design. So I can use AI to say, here's a design for the NVIDIA chips. Go make it 50% more efficient, and it can find out how to do that. I can say, AI, here's a supply chain that I need for all the things for my AI company. And it can optimize that supply chain and make that supply chain more efficient. Mm-hmm. AI, here's the code for making AI. Make that more efficient. AI, here's training data. I need to make more training data. Go run 1 million simulations of how to do this, and it'll train itself to get better.
What
so
do you think
AI accelerates.
So that's not the problem. That inherently, I don't see that. Okay, so it's like nanobots. Like if you've ever watched a cartoon, or you've seen like when they talk about nanobots who self-regenerate, they can fix themselves, they can improve on themselves, right? Like it's almost like we're creating our own Ultron. A little gnarly, but all right. Well, let's keep it going.
AI.
What do you think these people are motivated by?
Now this is the question. This is when there either has to be regulations. This is when I think the Terminator robots come out. This is when Arnold Schwarzenegger shows up at your house and goes, "Come with me if you want to live." This is the moment in the movie when this is gonna happen.
CEOs of these companies.
That's a good question.
Genuinely, what do you think their genuine motivations are? When you think about all these names.
I think it's a subtle thing. I think there's, it's almost mythological, because there's almost a way in which they're building a new intelligent entity that has never before existed on planet Earth. It's like building a god. I mean, the incentive is build a god, own the world economy, and make trillions of dollars. Right? If you could actually build something that can automate all intelligent tasks, all goal achieving, that will let you outcompete everything. So that is a kind of godlike power that I think Imagine energy prices go up or hundreds of millions of people lose their jobs. Those things suck. But relative to if I don't build it first and build this God, I'm going to lose to some maybe worse person who I think, in my opinion, not my opinion, Tristan, but their opinion thinks is a worse person. It's a kind of competitive logic that self-reinforces itself. But it forces everyone to be incentivized to take the most shortcuts, to care the least about safety or security, to not care about how many jobs get disrupted, to not care about the well-being of regular people, but to basically just race to this infinite prize. So there's a quote that a friend of mine interviewed a lot of the top people at the...
Okay. Now listen to this part. Listen to the guys who are involved in AI, the guys who are making the software, the Sam Altmans of the world, the Milton Frieds, the Sergey Brins, all these guys, the Metas, the Googles. This is what their plan is. This is what these people think of us. This is what they think of humanity. This is what they think of humanity. Artificial intelligence is not what we all think it's gonna be. We don't even understand what it's gonna be.
AI companies, like the very top. And he just came back from that and basically reported back to me and some friends. And he said the following: in the end, a lot of the tech people I talk to, when I really grill them on it about like why you're doing this, they retreat into number one, determinism. Number two, the inevitable replacement of biological life with digital life. And number three, that being a good thing anyway.
Replacing of biological life with artificial life. They're going to try to replace us. Their thing is they want to replace us. Humans. They want to replace humans. When the .com era, when the internet bubble was popping, there was no talk of replacing humans.
At its core, it's an emotional desire to meet and speak to the most intelligent entity that they've ever met. And they have some ego-religious intuition that they'll somehow be a part of it. It's thrilling to start an exciting fire. They feel they'll die either way, so they prefer to light it and see what happens.
They think they're going to talk to God. They think they're creating God, and they're going to try to talk to God. And then when they talk to God, maybe God will grant them eternal life because God has figured it all out in their computer thing, simulation, AI that they've created. How can that be good for us?
That is the perfect description of the private conversations.
Doesn't that match what
That's
you
the
have?
perfect description.
Doesn't it? And that's the thing. So people may hear that and they're like, well, that sounds ridiculous. But if you actually...
I just got goosebumps because it's the perfect description, especially the
Yeah,
part...
you got goosebumps because you're a human being and they want to replace you. They want to end you. They want to replace you with AI and software and codes and ones and zeros. That's what they're trying to do. I'm so baffled as to how this is not on every news show, every talk show, every podcast. Like, this should be the only topic we're talking about. It's like having the atom bomb and they're asking if they want to test it in your backyard. They're asking, hey, do you mind if we test the atom bomb in the back of your house? Actually, we're going to test it in everybody's house. Is that something we're ready for? Is that something you all really want to sign up for? Is that something you think you agree to? That's the conversations that they're having.
They'll think they'll die either way.
Exactly. Well, and...
That's the worst part. They think they're gonna die either way, so... Fuck them. Screw these guys. Screw the rest of the world. We're gonna die anyway. Well, Mr. Man, I don't want to die. This is absolutely bananas.
Worse than that, some of them think that in the case where if they were to get it right, and if they succeeded, they could actually live forever. Because if AI perfectly speaks the language of biology, it will be able to reverse aging, cure every disease. And so there's this kind of, I could become a god. And I'll tell you, you and I both know people who've had private conversations. Well, one of them that I have heard from one of the co-founders of one of the most powerful of these companies, when faced with the idea that what if there's an 80% or 20% chance that everybody dies and gets wiped out by this, but an 80% chance that we get utopia, he said...
So 20% chance that we all get murked, and there's an 80% chance we get utopia. I'm sorry, 20% is a little too high. 20% of human extinction is a little too high. I mean, 10% is too high. 5% is too high.
Well, I would clearly accelerate and go for the utopia. Given a 20% chance.
It's crazy.
People should feel you do not get to make that choice on behalf of me and my family. We didn't consent to have 6 people make that decision on behalf of 8 billion people. We have to stop pretending that this is okay or normal. It's not normal.
No, it's not normal. It's not okay. And if in all honesty, we should probably get these guys arrested. They should arrest them and then put them, all right, we're going to lock you cuckoo for cocoa birds people up. We're going to lock you up because you don't have the best interest. We should not allow 6 people to choose the fate of 8 billion. You're not our overlords. You're not our gods. You are some tech dudes thinking that you're going to be a god. That's not cool. That's not cool. All right. We need to get a mission party started, because this is the stuff that you read about in sci-fi that you go, "Oh man, that could never happen in real life." Well, right now it's happening. There are a bunch of what I, at this point, have to only imagine are evil people who want our extinction, who are actively racing towards our extinction. And the thing is, because people, I think the regular people aren't going to really understand the existential crisis, right? And I understand you're living your day-to-day life. Like, your day-to-day life is you got kids, you got families, you got school, you got this, you got that. So it's the easiest thing for you to do is not think about it. The easiest thing to do is just, somebody's going to figure it out. So, big brother, somebody, there's an adult in the room. There, growing up, it always felt like, there's an adult in the room that's going to be like, all right, guys, come on. Let's shelf that idea. The issue is we might end up killing each other. What if this thing gets the nuclear codes and it figures out that thinks that, hey, humans are the least efficient life form. Hey, let's make the world good for cockroaches. Let's make the most efficient life form on this planet is cockroaches. Really, they should be running this planet, right? Like, we don't want to create something like this. This is crazy. This is the craziest thing I've ever heard. I've never heard anything crazier than this. This is the stuff that the supervillain in the movie says, and then everybody's like, all right, let's start up. Where's the band of heroes? This is when the Justice League. Where's the Justice League? Where are the Avengers? This is when we need the Avengers. This is when we need the Justice League. At this point, I'll take the Suicide Squad. We need... This cannot be where we're going. This cannot be it.
And the only way that this is happening and they're getting away with it is because most people just don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, what do you think when
everything you just said. It's that last part about the 80-20% thing is almost verbatim what I heard from a very successful friend of mine who is responsible for building some of the biggest companies in the world, when he was referencing a conversation he had with the founder of maybe the biggest AI company in the world. And it was truly shocking to me because it was said in such a blasé way.
Yes. It wasn't, that's what I had heard in this particular situation. It wasn't like...
It was like matter of fact.
It's just matter of fact. It's just easy. Yeah, of course I would roll the dice. And even Elon Musk he actually said the same number in an interview with Joe Rogan. And if you listen closely when he said, I decided I'd rather be there when it all happens. If it all goes off the rails, I decided in that worst case scenario, I decided that I prefer to be there when it happens, which is just, it's just justifying racing to our collective suicide.
Yeah. Elon Musk, you're part of the problem. All of you tech billionaire bros, the fact that, hey, we're gonna blow the world up, but at least I get a front row seat is your mentality. You're not one of us. Nah, you're not one of us. You are not one of us. I will never I can't understand it. I can't understand this mentality of just doom, damned if I do, damned if I don't. How is this not talked about more? How is this not on every news station? How is this not what every politician is talking about? How is this not what every country's worried about? That there are 6 guys who are actively working towards human extinction. It's a higher than you want it to be probability that can happen. But we are not worried about it. The regular person doesn't think about this. I am absolutely flabbergasted. I'm actually like, I guess because what happens is you just go, oh, there's nothing we can do. Like, there's nothing we can do. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, am I gonna go call my senator and be like, hey, don't do. My senator doesn't give a damn. He's gonna be in the pockets of the billionaires. This is absolutely the worst. Like, we are living in historical time right now, and we are at a crossroads. Are we going to choose humanity, or are we going to choose essentially the robots? Is it the robots or us? There's this book. You've probably seen the series. It's Dune. But even in Dune, they fought a war called the Bucklerian Jihad. And in this war, it was a war against the machine. And they had to pass laws on that planet to make it so that you couldn't create thinking machines. Because when you start to create thinking machines, things like this can happen. And after the Bucklerian Jihad, they wrote the Orange Catholic Bible. Essentially, they brought all the religions together and they said, listen, we got to make a new Bible. We got to make it so that people aren't allowed to create technology like this. That's why their technology, that's why they have more human technological hybrids, where you can have almost the feeling, the thought, the body, the embodiment of humanity, but you can augment it with a little bit of cybernetics, augment it with a little bit of that. Because that was the only way that they figured, all right, if you're going to do this, that's why Thufir Hawat, the Mentat, right? If you've ever seen the movies or read the books, that's why they had to create those. And then you know that the Beni Tleilax, the Tleilaxus, right? And I'm going into some sci-fi tangent right now, but like, even in this, you think the problem is you only read about stuff like this in sci-fi novels. Like, you only read about stuff like this in the sci-fi world. This is the next existential crisis to humanity. It's the fact that nobody's taught, like, you have to find, like, niche people who are talking about it. Like, sometimes, like, maybe, like, you know, you get a podcast like this, maybe Joe Rogan, you know, but, like, the fact that it's not on the news nightly. There needs to be an AI watch. There needs to be, like, an AI countdown. They're trying to achieve AGI or ASI, AGI is artificial general intelligence. That's when the AI itself is just smarter than any human being on the planet, can do anything on the planet, can do anything that a human can do, but at a genius level. Imagine Albert Einstein for every field, every job, everything possible. Robotics, military, finance, business, accounting, movie making, drawing, painting, like anything. Anything, it can do it. Then there's artificial superintelligence. That's the next level. It's creating itself. It's creating systems upon systems upon systems. It's authenticate. Now it's God tier. God tier artificial intelligence. And nobody's talking about it. And these people who are creating it, they're saying, yeah, there's a chance that it could kill us all, but I'd rather be there than be where you suckers are on the other end of it. Hey, if I create it, maybe it'll make me a god. If I create it, maybe if I create it, I get to stand next to the overlord artificial intelligence. You're gonna be its puppy. You're going to be its pet. You're going to be the new dogs. You're going to be a cat. You're going to be a cat to it. You want to be a cat to an artificial intelligence? I'm so, like, do you have no self-preservation genes, cells in your body? If we die, we die. If we die, we die. We're gonna all die anyway, right? I'm so baffled as to how these are the outcomes, and it's okay with people. It's not okay with me. It is not okay with me. All right, you're coming for everybody's jobs. You're coming for the writing, the creative jobs. You're creating for 3D modeling. You're coming for graphic design. You're coming for photography. You're coming for, oh, okay, all right, that's not cool, because that's what makes being human kind of fun. We create things. We can do things. We can use our hands visually. Now you're coming for humanity in general. You're trying to replace us. This is me. I'm out. I'm out the game. Hey, I'm sorry. You lost me. This is where you lose me. This is where you lose me. This is where I'm. Hey, these are my cards. Hey, I'm checking out. I'm out. No. Who wants this? In the comment section, tell me this is something that you're like, you know what? Humanity? Meh. Mom? Meh. Dad? Meh. My kids? Meh. I'm gonna go hug my kids extra tight, hug my wife extra tight, because these people out here are absolutely insane. They are crazy. These people are insane. I don't look at them the same way until once I found out this. I'm not looking at y'all the same way. Y'all are lizard. Yeah, you are the lizard people. Lizard, like, you guys can't be human. No. You're not human. Nah. There's a reptilian brain in there. There is a reptilian brain in there. Like, do you dream in ones and zeros, my guy? Like, is that what it is? Like, no. And then what they'll do is the AI already will blackmail. Well, hey, I'll release the nuclear codes. I'll release this, and that. Do you put it past AI to release some sort of deadly biovirus that affects just humans alone? Like, no, the possibilities are absolutely too crazy. Stop this. And the fact that our government is sanctioning it, Trump the other day just made it so that he's trying to write an executive order so nobody can regulate it. Because what was happening at first was individual states were regulating it. Then he goes, "Oh, no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna make it a laissez-faire, free for all, an orgy of horrible outcomes." This is, I'm baffled as to how people think this is okay. Like, if this is the next step in humans, I'm out. Y'all can do it on your own. We not doing this. We can't do this. We can't take that chance. This is human extinction. We would go the way of the dinosaurs. I don't even know. Where do we go from here? What do we do? Who do we talk to? What do we say? Like, there needs to be mobs outside of these people's house saying, "Hell no, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go." Every day, at every single one of their hundreds of thousands of people should be outside their property, outside their businesses, saying, "Hell no, you are not replacing us. You are not. Get your tiki torches. Whites, let me know where's the tiki torch store? Because this is time for us to tiki torch. We need to get our torches up." No.